Perhaps those negative thoughts are always there. Perhaps they come and go. Sometimes they are a day ruiner. Sometimes, when they get out of control, you begin to realize that they are a life ruined. Negative thoughts will fester and stop you going for promotions, jobs, friendships, relationships, adventures, opportunities. They can stunt personal growth, cause us to make bad decisions, and drive us to become the worst versions of ourselves. They can warp our perception of experiences and even cause us physical and mental damage, feeding mood and anxiety disorders. Practice becoming aware of when these negative thoughts come up. Are you tired, hungry, disappointed, stressed, or something else? When we try to ignore negative thoughts, they do not go away. They continue to pop up. To counteract them, recognize them. Let your internal voice say, I am recognizing a negative thought. It is a story I am telling myself, and it is not true. This squashes negativity pretty fast. Here are a few ways to help create positive thoughts and environment around you. Develop a positive morning routine. Thinking starts early in the morning. When a leader controls their thinking, they control their life. Negative thinking can slow a leader down. Leaders must take every thought captive by replacing thoughts of fear with thoughts of hope and belief. One tool that many great thinking leaders use is to develop a morning routine where they read something encouraging and positive every morning. Get busy. When you recognize a negative thought, get busy. If you simply sit, you will keep thinking a lot. What are the negative stories you have been telling yourself? Is there an area in your life where you seem to struggle? Which experiences trigger negative thoughts? Where do those negative beliefs come from? What happened in your past? Did someone in a position of authority make a negative comment about you that you have held on to? Just know that you can't change what has happened or what someone said to you or about you. But you do have the power to decide not to allow those experiences to control your life in this moment. It is time to narrow in on the beliefs that are keeping you from living the life that you want. Get around positive people. Do you want to catch a cold? Get around people with a cold. I am not sure that advice still stands, but it certainly means something to me when coaching others. I see a lot of people associating with like-minded and often negative people when they are trying to change something in their lives, like a job. Negative people are not optimistic. Get around positivity physically, through your ears and eyes. Do not expect everything to be perfect. Expecting everything to be perfect can be debilitating and robs you of true happiness. Make sure your vision of success is steeped in reality. For example, if you are promoted next year instead of this year, as expected, does 1 year really change anything in the long run? Striving for goals with a detachment to the end state having to be perfect can be a liberating way to live on your own terms. Change negativity to neutrality. It is a lot easier to turn down negativity than switch it off. Ask yourself, is this thought helping or hindering me in my journey to become my best self? If it is hindering, be gentler with your language. For example, change "this is impossible" to "let us try a different approach." Interestingly, when you do this, your brain will come up with answers to your questions. Become intentional about your attitude. Assuming a positive attitude is an intentional action that starts as soon as you wake up in the morning. Become aware when you are focusing on the negative and make the decision to focus on the positive instead. Your attitude is a choice. You attract what you focus on. So let go of that which does not serve your goals. The more you practice, positive mind shifts, the easier it becomes. Meditation, sitting through the intrusion. How does meditation help reduce the intrusiveness of irrelevant, unhelpful thoughts and emotions? Meditation is beneficial in many different ways, but what's most important to discuss in this context is how silent, seated meditation requires us to sit through various internal experiences, intrusive and non-intrusive, from beginning to end. Most people, when they aim to meditate, assume thinking is mistake and consider the time spent thinking not meditating. However, at a certain level, awareness continues throughout. Or, more accurately, aliveness continues throughout. So, in the course of meditation, over and over, we aim ourselves toward the reality of that continued aliveness, which has nothing to do with the content of our experience. The thoughts and emotions, no matter how compelling or distressing, come and go. Any person capable of angering you becomes your master. Our emotions shape our lives, not just our thoughts and behavior. The mind is everything. What you think you become. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. Buddha believed that our thoughts create our reality. If we have positive, loving thoughts, then our reality will be positive and loving. If we have negative, hateful thoughts, then our reality will be negative and hateful. Buddha also teaches that it is important to be mindful of our thoughts. We should not get lost in them or identify with them. We should simply observe any negative thoughts and let them go. Buddha's quotes also offer simple, practical advice for living a happier and more fulfilling life. He encourages letting go of negative thoughts and emotions and instead develop more positive ways of thinking and behaving. Buddha said, "We are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make the world. All that we are is the result of what we have thought. It is founded on our thoughts and made up of our thoughts. If a man speak or act with an evil thought, suffering follows him as the wheel follows the hoof of the beast that draws the wagon. If a man speak or act with a good thought, happiness follows him like a shadow that never leaves him." Please subscribe to our channel for more motivational and inspirational videos. Thank you.